What's going on? You are tuned into Pick'em Gambling Show brought to you by TwoFootTalk. I am your host. They call me Young Leg. This is the Internacional version. It is international break. I'm going to get you guys out here as quick as possible. Some banger games to go over the weekend. A couple of fuck yous to get over last week. So if you have anything to get off of your chest, now is the time. If you're new to the show, this is last week's fuck yous. Pretty much, if somebody fucked you over in a bet, it wasn't your fault. That wasn't a bad pick. It's their fault. So, top of the list, Girona for me. Now, everyone made this whole thing, oh, Girona, are they in the title fight? Are they in the title fight? Try to tell you guys, it's going to die eventually. It's dead now. Girona goes to Getafe, can't get us a goal. And on top of that, you got scored on by Getafe. Getafe got held to a 0 by Valencia. But y'all are going to not be able to get one on them. Supposedly the best offense in Spain. Not anymore. Now that is Real Madrid, unfortunately, Girona. But it is now dead. We're going to fuck you, Sevilla, from the chat. Can't blame them. I'm with you on that. Sevilla, I don't know what happened. I don't trust them anymore either. I didn't put them on my fuck yous because it's just kind of like, you know, guys. Did Oaks tell us that Sevilla was back? I believed him. They were back for a solid 2 weeks. I hope we all enjoyed those 2 weeks. They're dead to me again. Next one on here, Atleti. Just getting absolutely fucking worked. And by the worst team in the worst building to get worked in. They got worked by Barcelona at the Wanda. I think it was the first loss in like 2 years since they lost at the Wanda to Barcelona. So Atleti just never does anything for us. They do absolutely fucking nothing for Madrid fans over Simeone's entire time there. They have never held it down against Barcelona. Just an absurd amount of draws and losses at one of the toughest stadiums to play in, unless your name is Barcelona and they let you just walk all over them. So Atleti, fuck you guys. Thanks for nothing. Yeah, they're poverty effects. Next one I got on here, Martinez. He's done. I don't care. Serie A, yo, Inter, you can break every fucking record in Serie A now. Lautaro Martinez is a wash. I just think he's just a pea brain. He just can't show up in the big game. He's just a small game player. Yeah, go ahead and run those stats up against Sassuolo, against Empoli, against whatever bum-ass teams over in Italy. He's kind of starting to remind me of like an Argentine Eden Hazard, where if he's on your team and you're watching that league, you think he's incredible. And then you wait for him in the big game, and he just does fuck all. So if you're an Eden Hazard lover, don't worry. That comparison is going to make a lot more sense for y'all. Don't even fucking worry about that shit. Send him to the MLS for getting LAFC. Okay, be a good fit, Martinez. I think he literally leads Serie A in goals, but the last 2 games I watch him, I've just never seen a player that's supposed to be that caliber let their mentals of their game get so affected and just be so evident to everyone that you are just like, you got a pea brain. Like, you are just so easily rattled that you're just going to look like shit now. So hopefully he scored enough goals in the first half of the season that Inter keeps throwing him up there. Lastly on my list, did pretty good last week. No, not to brag, 9-6. We'll take that. Well, one got taken away because Fiorentina and Atalanta didn't play, and I was going to put them on my fuck yous until I learned why they didn't play, and I think their president fell ill. He might have passed away. I'm not sure. Hopefully he's all good. Not really. Didn't deep dive into the details. I was just like, oh, that's why they're not playing. So not on the fuck yous, on the get well soons. Club president over there. Brentford's my last team. Brentford, even Tony, I just, we rode that fucking wave of, oh, he's back. The suspension's over. He's fucking back. That like 6-month wave, it was actually only a month and a half. So I was banking on Ivan Toney to just absolutely smash the shit out of the second half of the season. You missed the whole first half. You got a big vacation. You're supposed to come in ready to go. They have not done that. Brentford has not done that. Did they? I think they tied Burnley, but still, it's fucking Burnley. You're dropping points to Burnley? That's embarrassing. Tony, this is going to be a very sad farewell tour if you don't just start running up goals. But yeah, that's all my fuck yous. If you guys have any more, throw them in. Tweet it at us at TwoFootTalk, at TWOFootTalk, right down in below in the description. What's good? Let's get into this Internacional slate. So we're kind of bouncing around between friendlies, between some Euro. I don't even understand what the Euro qualifiers are right now because it just says Euros, quarters, semifinals, finals. So I don't know how many teams they're letting in. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. I just know that they're all corrupt, and I'm only rooting for Ukraine, so I don't really care. First game, Bosnia versus Ukraine. These odds are some bullshit. Bosnia's got a solid ass roster. We don't even know who's really going to be playing for Ukraine. If Lunin is not fucking in net for Ukraine, I hope they lose every fucking game. Mudryk he's got to have something. They're all playing for two. All right, so they're all just playing for the last two spots. All right, makes sense. Mudryk has to show up. You are absolutely obligated to show up because you have no other team to play on. You're on Chelsea, who doesn't like starting you. You come in off the bench, kind of irrelevant there. No offense, Mudryk. You have looked better, at least in your first little stint there, which was hard to watch. But Ukraine is where Mudryk should thrive. This is where you go, all right, I can show out. It's kind of like a big fish, small pond type of deal, but I don't really know if you're that big of a fish because you legitimately haven't fucking played. So I love Ukraine on the money line here. Mudryk, I think, is going to be buzzing on that offense for them. I think he's going to be involved in any goals, any type of attacks. I think that Mudryk would be the guy to bet for shots, to score assists. And if Lunin is in net, I fully back Ukraine. Number I saw him at was like minus 120. Not bad at all. You can do Ukraine. Under 2.5 seems like a play. Yeah, I don't see a ton of goals here because I'm pretty sure Dzeko still starts for Bosnia. So I don't really know what type of firepower they're hiding over in Bosnia to take on you. That sounds really weird out of context. To take on Ukraine, but I like Ukraine in this one. And Ukraine in the Euros always has that little bit of magic. It's kind of like anytime I see Greece in the Euros, I'm kind of expecting them to do something, even if the talent isn't fully there. I do think the talent is actually there between Zinchenko, Lunin, Mudryk, Yarmolenko. There's a lot of guys that on that Ukraine team I think will be ready to step up for this one. And I don't think Bosnia really has that on their roster. Next one we got is Portugal versus Sweden. Now, the only issue here is that it's a fucking friendly. So who are we going to see? I feel like the worst part about international break is just the fact that everyone just doesn't want to get hurt. Nobody wants their players on their team to get hurt. Nobody wants to go and represent their country for some bullshit reason, like an international friendly to get hurt. Now, if I was Bosnia or Ukraine, I wouldn't be as mad because it's a qualifier and they're important games. But this Portugal versus Sweden international friendly is literally just to make money. There is no other reason besides, hey, let's see if these guys work well together for the Euro. I guess Portugal will be a good test of that. And Portugal's going, hey, it's Sweden. Let's try to captize some of these motherfuckers. Now, that might just my brain, but I also saw an article of Cancelo talking shit on Ronaldo, which might be one of the, I don't know if this is like figured out for everyone. Talking shit on Ronaldo, especially when you're about to go play with him on the Portuguese national team, is pretty fucking dumb. Especially when you're Cancelo, an absolute head case that no manager has seemed to like or want to hold on to. You're a good player, yes. You have quality, yes. But you're a douchebag. Like, you are a noted douchebag that teams have legitimately sent you away out of their locker room to get rid of you. So I'm taking any sort of Ronaldo props here. I doubt you'll even get good numbers because he is still leading the Golden Boot in Europe, just so everyone's aware. He has more goals than Haaland. Maybe Mbappe's passed him now because Mbappe has gotten hot and he might have cooled off a little bit, but I just feel like anytime I see an article that reads, "Oh, we don't really rely on Ronaldo anymore. He's not like he's not an important main guy." What the fuck? Are you still playing for Portugal? Okay, so he's still your main guy. I'm sorry. Now, I know Portugal's got all the firepower and Sweden doesn't really have a chance here. What I really like is the both teams to score. I have faith in Forsberg. I have faith in Alexander Isak to go and get us at least one goal from Sweden. Both teams to score is plus money. If you do Portugal money line and both teams to score, it's plus 200. So just keep that all in mind. Ronaldo goal will probably be minus 300. It's just the fact that this man's really going to go out there and tell me, "Oh, Ronaldo's not important to Portugal anymore." Yo, Yao Cancelo, where the fuck were you last tournament? What team were you on then? Was it when Pep sent you away or was it when Bayern sent you away? Because now here you are in Barcelona and they ain't came in you either. So, I just wish Cancelo would just shut the fuck up, to put it kindly. But, hey, what are we going to do? Like I said, guys, we're bouncing around here. Next we're over in Africa. Nigeria versus Ghana. This is the semifinal rematch. All of my friends all of my African friends are legitimately either from Nigeria or from Ghana. So now y'all know me, it's Super Eagles so I fucking die. I have had to listen to so much shit from my Ghanaian friends, whether it's beating the United States or if it's just how Nigeria has been abysmal the last like decade. Now, this is the Super Eagles time, so they better watch who the fuck they're talking to. Defense is still horrendous over on Nigeria. I don't know who all is going to be going to this because again, it is just an international friendly match. But the bad blood is there between Nigeria and Ghana in these matches. I lean Nigeria because I'm biased as fuck. Ghana is going to play with a chip on their shoulder, but from the looks of their team, it's just the IU brothers still, and they have not really made any steps forward. It seems like Thomas Partey might be available. I don't, with how his season's been going at Arsenal, I don't know if they would even release him. He's not really healthy to do anything. Sarr is over on Senegal, so Ghana, I just don't know I don't know what the future holds for Ghana. For as much shit as I listen to my buddies tell me. So I'm all in on Nigeria here. Nigeria also just dropped some new kits, which is going to make it almost even easier to bet on Nigeria. If Victor Osimhen is even close to plus money for a goal, they genuinely just launch it to him, and then he just runs at the fucking other team's goal. That was Nigeria's massive plan. You kick it at Lookman or Osimhen and let them do the rest. So we're just going heavy with the Nigeria offensive props, and Nigeria take us home once again. Partey for a card if he plays. I need to check the refs, dude, because in my head, I was watching the AFCON Cup, and there just should have been so many fucking cards, but there was not. So I don't know if it's a ref thing or if it's just like, you know how people talk about the CONCACAF and we ain't always dishing out the cards. To me, on paper, this looks like a card game as well, especially if Partey starts. But if I'm Arsenal, I don't even let Partey go. Again, we're all over the place, guys. Norway versus Czechia. So this is pretty much just, they used to kind of look at themselves like, wow, guys, we also just have one really good striker, and like the rest is just kind of role players holding it together. So we got Patrick Schick on one side, and you got Erling Haaland on the other. The only problem is that now Norway has Odegaard, they have Oscar Bob, they have Haaland, they have Haaland's boy that he tried to get him a free transfer over to Milan. So Norway has been kind of stacking up talent here, whereas the Czech Republic, they still have Patrick Schick, and it's getting close to Euro time, so maybe we're going to see Euro Schick again. But there's nothing that would lead me to believe, oh, Czech Republic, yeah, they're building something there, because I can't name you 5 of their starters. The Czech Republic have made 0 strides since that Euro tournament, if we're being completely honest. And now I'm not going to act like Norway's made their team rock solid, but building around Odegaard, Oscar Bob, and Erling Haaland isn't really going to be that difficult. Find you a decent back 4 and put some defensive midfielders behind Odegaard, and then give the ball to the 3 names that I just mentioned. Norway on it with a plus sign at home. I like that number a lot. And for the Czech Republic, let me look at their roster really quick, and we'll see if we can recognize any more names. Kufal's on there, Thomas Suchek, to give him a couple more shouts, but after that, it's just Alex Kral. Okay, he's also on there, and the guy who used to be on he's still on Leverkusen. Still can't say his name. Adam Hildosek. Yeah, still can't say your name. I know you're on Leverkusen. I watch you play. You're solid. Norway money line. Don't overthink it, guys. Holland Wincast is going to be plus money. When's the last time you guys saw that shit? Next one we got Netherlands versus Scotland. I love both teams to score in this game. Scotland just has too many guys where I'm just like, you know what? He could go out and get you a goal. Between Che Adams, Scott McTominay, Billy Gilmore's playing good football right now. Andy Robertson's back. I'm wondering if he's going to be playing fullback or if he's going to be in the midfield. Kieran Tierney's back. So, Scotland, they got a lot of names there where I think that they can go and get us 1 goal. On the flip side, the Netherlands are still really good. Believe it or not, the Netherlands are still very good. They still got De Ligt. They still got Van Dijk. De Jong is out injured, but they still got Gakpo. They got Daniel Malen, who's absolutely on fire right now. They got Luke De Jong, who is still leading the league in goals over in the Netherlands. The Netherlands are fine right now. I don't think they're sweating shit, to be honest with you. This is more of I'm going to bet Scott McTominay first shot on target, and I think both teams are going to be able to score. I think Scotland can get us a goal, and it is plus 120. So why wouldn't I just at least throw half a unit on the Netherlands to be sleeping on defense? Now, I don't know if it's going to be Sven Botman, De Ligt, and Virgil van Dijk back there in a back three, and let Denzel Dumfries play as a wing back. And, I don't know exactly what system the Netherlands is going to be playing, but I know none of them are going to be used to it. I know none of them are going to be used to each other as defenders. So fuck it. Why can't I get a Che Adams or a Scott McTominay goal? Is everyone going to be, are we going to be lone watching Scott McTominay on these set pieces? So, I just think a little dangerous number here. Putting the Netherlands as that much of a tout defense. We'll see what happens. Maybe my boy Daley Blind will even get some tick here. He's been balling over for Girona. See what happens with the Netherlands. We actually have some absolute bangers in Europe coming up. We got next one, and this might be the worst one. Spain versus Colombia. This game's going to be sick. So we have now, what's something nice I can say about Colombia here? I think this is the weakest Spain side that we have seen in decades. I think it's managed terribly, how they let Brahim Diaz just go right over to Morocco. Because even if you didn't want him, wouldn't it make sense to at least cap tie him so that he has no other options and that you will always have the option rather than just letting him go to a different nation? I just don't think Spain has been handling it very well, especially with how they keep going and getting random young players off of Barcelona that'll play like 6 or 7 matches. And then Spain's like, you know what? Yep, that looks good. And it's always odd how many ex-Barcelona managers Spain has. So, little conspiracies here and there for that one as well. Colombia has not aged very gracefully either since the James wonder goal in the World Cup like 10 fucking years ago. They haven't really, nobody else has come in. I mean, we got Luis Diaz, and who else are you looking forward to over for Colombia? Cuadrado, who just gets absolutely no tick. I don't even know if Cuadrado is healthy. He's gotten so, to go from Juventus to Inter just still makes no sense to me. Oh, yep, he did his Achilles, and he's out until early April. So no Cuadrado. I just don't even know who Colombia is going to have. I expect Morata to have great hair this game and probably get his big dumb head on the end of one of these goals here. And Spain's going to have like 65% possession. It's going to be a really boring game. Now, if Colombia wants to come out and do something crazy here, they are coming off 3 straight wins. One was against Brazil. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. They have not lost since World Cup qualification in 2022, Colombia. They are on a 19-game unbeaten streak over in Colombia. As much as I am talking shit on their squad right now because David Ospina still starts in net for them, they still aren't losing. And again, I did say this was one of the weakest Spanish teams I've seen in decades. But if you got to bet, I'm looking at Morata, and I do think Colombia will cover any spread here against Spain. I think it's going to be for the people that are like, soccer's boring. We need goals. Do not fucking watch this game. Now, if I'm wrong and we get a shit ton of goals, I'll fucking sit on that. Damn, I was wrong and we got an exciting match. Fuck. So this is one where I think Spain's going to kind of just eke it out just barely. Maybe it ends as a draw and Colombia keeps the unbeaten streak going, but it's going to be a lot of tiki-taka and it's going to be a lot of slow Spanish passing and moving. Next one we got, and the odds make fucking 0 sense here. We're in England. We got the Brazilian national team. It is Brazil versus England. We got this game going on this weekend. This is sick. I'll be completely honest. This is disgusting to me. We're looking at Brazil plus 235. You are putting plus 235 on the Brazil national team. Now, I didn't even think rationally. I immediately go Brazil money line. And that's no offense to England. This is one of the strongest English rosters we've seen in a while. That attack between Harry Kane, Saka, Foden, Jude Bellingham, Declan Rice sitting behind them. I think the only thing that can go wrong for England is the fact that Gareth Southgate's your manager, and he will somehow fuck that up and put Jordan Henderson at center mid. So the only way things can go wrong is if the manager for England manages. Whereas Brazil have this This new manager, is this the interim manager or is it the actual manager? I don't know if they've gotten their real replacement yet, but this is going to be one of his first few matches that he is actually in charge of the Brazilian national team. Vini Jr., Endrick, Rodrigo, Bruno Guimaraes. We got Paqueta there. Douglas Luiz is there. Like, there's just too much firepower and just too much talent in this Brazil side for me to look at a plus 235 number against England. England, the biggest fucking choke artist we know. Now, if you're smart, you would probably just take Brazil on a double chance. I don't see England throwing up big numbers against Brazil here. They do have that absolutely electric attack, but we've never seen any of these guys together because Southgate wasn't smart enough to go, oh, do you think Saka, Foden, Bellingham, and Harry Kane would work? Do you think that would be good, guys? Because your fucking manager's an idiot. So, oh, hold on. You think Martinelli's going to start? This is awkward. No, that'll be nice for you. I look forward to you looking forward to the shirt swap. I think there's going to be a bunch of cards in this game because I think nobody on that England back line is going to be able to keep up with the pace of Brazil. And I would love to say that this is going to be just an absolute monstrosity of goals. On paper, you're looking at it, you're like, oh, I can see 6 goal scorers. And you're probably right. But knowing how England plays and how they're going to handle this at home, they're going to probably end up winning on some bullshit. Harry Kane will score a penalty kick to win it, and it'll be a 2-1 game. And I'll be very upset, and I'm taking every single Vinny prop. I think in my parlay, I take Vinny to score assists and Jude to score assists for this game. I am very much looking forward to this game. I have my fanciest Brazil jersey on for it. And England, I look forward to seeing what Southgate has because England has plenty to deal with Brazil. If we're looking at the roster, it's just the fact that your manager is a complete and utter fucking knob. So good luck with that one. I think Brazil's manager just throwing random Brazilians together is going to be more successful than whatever plan Southgate makes. Next one we got World War II, baby. France versus Germany. I'm completely torn on this one because realistically, with how Mbappe's playing, you just go France money line. Their roster's fucking stacked. They have the same manager that won them a World Cup and took them to another World Cup final and a Euro final. And then you have this German team that's been in complete and utter disarray. But then I watched those training sessions from Germany. I listened to Toni Kroos and Musiala talk about the team, talk about training with the team. I listen to how Nagelsmann talks about his players and his plans, and it makes me believe in Germany. I don't really know how you don't back France here in France. Minus 120, awesome number against a German team that has been struggling significantly. They had to bring Toni Kroos out of retirement. They're struggling so bad. So Germany, they're on three straight losses, or they tied Mexico and then lost 2. So, and it's not like they're playing these world beaters. They lost to Austria and they lost to Turkey and they tied Mexico. Shit, they let USA score on them under Greg Berhalter. So, not a ton of respect towards Germany. However, with the way that Florian Wirtz is playing, with the way Musiala is playing, Tommy Mueller back in the side, Kimmich back in the side, Goretzka back in the side, Rudiger holding down the back line for the boys, Toni Kroos back. You just share all these names and you're like, oh shit, yeah, Germany's really fucking good. Neuer's back, guys. Yeah, the best goalkeeper that we've ever seen, ever. Yeah, he's back too. So now Mbappe goal. Hold on, Mbappe goal for the Normandy revenge. I like that. I like that angle you're going with. Mbappe goal is looking fantastic. We'll see if we get a good number on it. Yeah, I'm just looking. If we're going to do international friendlies, I'm glad that they're giving us some bangers. Put it that way. Next we got Spain versus Brazil. I love the number on Brazil again. I don't know how you wouldn't take Brazil over Spain. And this is no offense to Spain. It's just the Brazilians know your boring-ass brand of football, Spain. They know you want to keep possession, but they're also going to counterattack and go right fucking at you. If Brazil puts on a press at all, that is going to be fucking electric to watch because I know that this Spanish back line that fucking Enrique is going to put back there, it's going to be shit. You brought up a 17-year-old from Barcelona rather than calling up fucking Pau Torres or Sergio Ramos. Yeah, Sergio Ramos, that guy that was your captain and most capped player of all time. still balling over at Sevilla, you felt that this 17-year-old with 8 appearances was a better fit than Sergio Ramos. So if that doesn't say enough for how fucking stupid the Spanish national team coach is, I don't really know what will. This is a guy that Jordi Alba was still his best player from the last few matches that he coached. So the fact that you're still calling up Jordi Alba, but then you're going to tell me, I'm moving forward from Sergio Ramos, and then you're going to bring up Jesus Navas too. You're just a dumb dickhead. So give Carvajal the armband, or I'm completely Brazilian for this one too. I think this is going to be the goal one. Depending how Spain does in their first matchup against Colombia, you can only handle so much South American football before they fucking absolutely bury your back line. And I think Brazil, depending, of course, how the first match goes against England and then how Spain does against Colombia, I think this is the game that has all the goals in it. Vinny's scoring against Spain. You know for a fact that Vinny's scored against Spain. I bet you this dumbass doesn't even put Grimaldo in. That's a sad thing. This guy will be like, oh, no, have you seen Jordi Alba for Inter Miami? I'm not putting in Grimaldo. Are you kidding? So I lean Brazil here, and I am also looking. I think this is gonna be a great kick game. They're bringing back the Nike retro from the 2002 World Cup. The OG R9 jerseys. Brazil's bringing them back. So if they debut those jerseys too, it's a fucking wrap. I'm gonna be betting Brazil all fucking week. Next one I got England versus Belgium. I like both teams to score again, guys. Belgium's offense is still electric, and the books aren't paying attention to that. This England back line, who are they playing on the back line besides Kyle Walker and John Stones? Who's going on that back line where you're like, oh, we'll be good back there? I would love for an English fan to come on here and just sell me on whoever fucking rubbish players are going to pair with John Stones and Kyle Walker back there. Shit, they might end with a back three. Who knows what they're going to do? Trossard. Oh, you're on that Trossard? I was looking at Lukaku, my man. Did you see Batshuayi try to spinning kick a fan that was rushing the field over in Turkey? Because that shit was awesome. I'm looking right at Lukaku. I'm looking at Trossard. Anyone that has ties back to England that's going to be playing for Belgium, KDB, we're going to be running those numbers up. Belgium back line has me a bit worried, and no Thibaut Courtois for them as well. He just tore his meniscus in his other knee after coming back from his original ACL injury. So no Courtois for anyone for another couple of months here. That's the only thing that would worry me about this game is Belgium back line. Is it existent? Are we going to see a new guard coming in? Are we putting in the old heads? Because they're not going to be able to keep up with Saka, Jude Bellingham, and Phil Foden. That will get a little ugly for them. But I do think Belgium get on the board here, so I like both teams to score. And the England money line is what's probably looking good there as well. Last game I got for you guys, and then we're going to do a wheel, and then we're going to get the fuck out of here. France versus Chile. So I always love talking about Chile because it's one of those national teams that when their players go and actually play for them, they reach new heights. Like if you've ever watched Vargas for Chile, Arturo Vidal, Alexis Sanchez, they all turn the fuck up. As soon as they put on that Chile kit, the badge touches their skin and their overalls jump an extra 15 points. I don't know why it happens. I don't know how it happens, but Chile always puts in a good match no matter who they're playing because those people absolutely bleed for the national teams. Unfortunately, you're playing against France in France. So, yeah, take all of the French attack props. This Chile team is aged the fuck out. And again, maybe Chile wants to prove me wrong. Maybe Chile is going to bring in all these new academy prospects and they're just going to be out of this world. But I just really fucking doubt it. I just know that I'm still going to see Alexis Sanchez, who can't even hit a penalty kick anymore. I'm still going to see Arturo Vidal, who's barking from the Brazilian league about how great any Chilean player is compared to anyone else and how he hates everyone who he hates. That's the only two things he talks about. And Chile dropped to the 42nd power rankings. You got the U.S. in the top 15. Y'all are barely in the top 50, Chile? So, yeah, we're running up every single France probably got offensively. I think France is going to be running into a little bit of a problem here when they're playing Germany, and then they're going to take their frustrations out on Chile. It's exactly how I see that shit going. Those are all the games I got for you guys. I still got a fucking wheel. Now, it's an international break. We're switching the wheel up a little bit. So first things first, I'll take you to the wheel that I made. So what we got here is And I'm not even going to name it, and I'm not even going to save it because I'm really just going to use it this one time. You know, if it hits, it hits, guys. If we like it, we stay. So what we got on here is we have Europe, Africa, Asia, South America, and North America. I'm going to spin, and then it's going to take me to another wheel. So stand by. We're going to spin the first wheel. Uh-oh. Who said Greece? You need to calm down over there. Did Greece qualify for Euros, everyone? All right, let's see what we got. No cool sounds or nothing. I literally just added 5 names to this. All right, we got the hardest one possible, probably. This is going to suck now. This is going to suck. All right, so we have that wheel, which takes me to another wheel. It takes me to the country wheel. What up, Bryce? We're going to the country wheel now, guys. Don't overthink it. Am I producing and talking at the same time? You're fucking right, I am. I'm blessed. All right, now we got the country wheel, guys. So, as you saw, I got Africa. So what we're going to do here is my plan is to spin it and then pick a goal scorer from that country. So it's going to be extremely difficult because I don't know how many African countries are playing outside of all of my alerts for Nigeria. So, you know what? We'll see what we get. If I get Nigeria, even better. I doubt it, though. Here we go. So this is the country wheel. Madagascar? I got fucked on this. Who made this stupid fucking wheel idea? Madagascar. Who do they play? They don't play till June 5th. I'm spinning again, guys. Get these guys out of here. Madagascar. Axe from my wheel. I'm already out on them. Christos FC. Trash. They play in Baltimore. Oh, hold on. My boy Jurussi plays for them. I could get something out of that. Let's see, Jurussi. Are you playing for the national team? What do we got, dog? Who they playing? Who's Guinea playing? Oh my God, there's 2 different Guineas. I might be fucked completely. Oh, these guys don't play till June either. I'm going for the other Guinea. And if you're from Equatorial Guinea and I'm combining the Guineas, I apologize. I apologize ahead of time if you're offended. Who are these guys playing? Guinea. I don't know who the fuck. Yo, if you knew what that country was, props to y'all. I'm taking Jurussi to score, though. I don't know if he's starting, don't know if he's playing, but that's my guy. Shout out Jurussi. Now let's get this 15 and we'll get the fuck out of here. All right, international break. I still got 15 for you guys. Portugal money line and both teams to score plus 195. Portugal, Sweden, both teams score plus 100. Norway money line versus Czech Republic plus 100. Netherlands, Scotland, both teams to score plus 105. McTominay shot on target. Belgium money line against Ireland plus 105. Who's Ireland think they are now, guys? Who the fuck's Ireland got that I'm supposed to be rooting for them against Belgium? Fuck out of here. We're going with the Belgium money line. I told you I did this very emotionally. Brazil money line against England plus 285. Fuck England. That's where I stand at it. Am I wearing a Brazil jersey right now? Yeah, fuck England. I say it again. Switzerland double chance versus Denmark minus 150. Who does Denmark have besides Dolberg and Eriksson? And Eriksson can't even start over an 18-year-old that came out of the Man U Academy right now. So I don't know if I give a fuck about that. Guys, if you're up at 6 a.m. Eastern time tomorrow morning, Dodgers minus 1.5. All right. And then Venmo's all go to Bryce. Just look up Bryce and send it to the first guy on Venmo. I got Switzerland double chance versus Denmark. Just said that. France money line versus Germany minus 120. France, Germany, both teams score over 2.5 minus 105. Ukraine money line versus Bosnia plus 105. USA, Jamaica, both teams to score plus 120. Mexico money line versus Panama minus 120. Vinny to score assist. Jude to score assist. Parlay I did was Vinny to score assist, Brazil double chance, and Netherlands, Scotland, both teams to score. Bang, that's the 15 international break. Oaks will be back next week. He's just pushing out all the college basketball shit. You know how Oaks rolls with all that. So you can follow me at TwoFootTalk. It's right down below in the description. Just scroll down, click it. If you're already on X, hit the follow button. What's up, guys? Yeah, it's me, Young Leg, right there. Add a Young Leg. Also down in the description, just a little scroll. Click Add a Young Leg. What's good? Free picks for y'all. If you want to get some drip, tftdrip.com. Hats, shirts, hoodies. You got joggers, got sweatshorts, got it all. You want some fly shit with some pineapples on it? I got you there as well. Other than that, fuck what you heard. It is what you're hearing. We're 2 Foot Talk.